there's a lot of baggage that the mother has from, their experiences being single, going through a divorce, going through everything, that somehow it goes on to the child. The child feels it. They feel that vibe, they feel that negativity. And when I see them, when I used to work with them, I could feel that tension. It's literally, you could cut the air with a knife. It was that strong. And so by playing music and getting them to just hold hands, you suddenly feel that connection. They suddenly feel that, no, I do love you. It doesn't matter about anything else. Whatever's happened in our life, it's all about the love between you and your child.
Eyes open, hearts ready. Welcome to Wellness Deconstructed. I am Zia Jaffer, and together we're stepping into the arena of authentic well-being. Myth-busting, truth-seeking, and definitely life-changing. Break free, live boldly. It's time for a conscious uprising. Welcome back to Wellness Deconstructed. Today we're talking all about dance and wellness with a guest who had a career in banking and finance originally, but she also trained in Bharatanatyam for 8 years at the prestigious Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and trained as a student and teacher at the Sri Academy of Dance in London. She has also worked with students as young as 2 years old and as old as 88 years. She also works with students with special needs and also has worked on projects in the UK to help single mothers bond with their daughters. Wow, that's really cool. She's good at choreographing first dances, family dances, Sangeet group dances, choreographing at charity and community events. She's a fitness coach for Barfi Boot Camp, which offers free Zoom sessions for everyone across the globe. She also runs the Bolly Fit classes every week for free, spreading awareness on the importance of health and fitness by giving 45 minutes to 1 hour sessions on cardio, weights, HIIT, Bolly Fit, and yoga sessions. And that guest today is Priya. Welcome, Priya.
Hi, Zia.
It's such a pleasure to have you here because we're talking about dance.
It's my favorite subject.
Yeah, that's why I have you here. I feel like dance and wellness are not seen together a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to talk about today. I know that you are a pro at dancing, and I love the energy that you bring into your dancing sessions as well. So why don't we start with, how did you get into dancing in general? Yeah.
Okay, so Zia, it all started, I don't think I was born a dancer. Some people always say that, but for me, growing up, it was the inspiration actually came from my mom. So when I was about 7 years old, my mom took me to my first dance class. And to be really honest, I was quite overwhelmed. I walked in and I just saw these beautiful dancers, a lot older than me, doing some wonderful classical dancing. And I was just like, Mom, what are you doing to me? And I just refused. And then slowly, she kind of tried to warm me into the subject of dance because for her, I think it was a passion of hers. And I think she just kind of wanted me to kind of carry on her dream that she couldn't fulfill. So I said, okay, I'll give it a go. So when I was about 8 years old, there were some classes near where I lived, and she dropped me off. And I think after that, I just didn't really look back. It was a completely different style. I was learning classical dance. I was learning Bharatanatyam. And it kind of gave me an introduction into the world of dance whereby your entire body is used, including your mind, how you think, your thoughts, your actions, everything, right till the tip of your fingers, how you should hold your hands, your emotional state of mind at the time when you're doing dance. So I learned so much under my Guruji at the time. I think I went on till when I was about 16 years old. And I learned different styles of dance of Bharatanatyam, different variations. A lot of it was devotional style of dancing, which was really nice. And I remember my dad came once to watch me dance. And he was really, really shocked to see me bowing down to my Guruji, touching his feet. And he's just like, Priya, this is so different. I've never seen this side of you. And then I'm like, no, Dad, we have to pay respects to our Guruji. And then he's like, okay, let's see if that works at home as well. So it kind of developed a lot of behavioral changes in me as well as a person.
Yeah.
It taught me discipline. Dance taught me discipline. It taught me respect for elders, respect for the dance as an art form. As I grew, I wanted to explore other styles of dance as well. Now that I became quite versed in Bharatanatyam, I thought, let me just branch out and try. So as I grew up, I kind of explored Bollywood dance. I went to various dance classes and tried out some hip hop, street dance, contemporary, jazz, lyrical, just whatever, you name it. So I kind of developed over time as a dancer, and I kind of became a bit more versatile in the style of dance that I could do, which was fun. It was really, really fun. So I enjoyed that entire journey, and I still continue to learn. I think as a teacher, we don't stop learning. It's just a constant progression in the style of dance that you want to sort of focus on. So yeah, it's been really fun.
Okay, so that's great. I feel like dance has integrated into your life since you were like a young child. Not like maybe you were not born with it, but it's been in your upbringing, right?
Yes.
And I feel like you also have like this playful personality that also like bounces off your energy in dancing. So how has it helped you? Or let's start with you telling us, like, how do you think dance helps somebody with their well-being?
Good question, Zia. I think it's made a complete different change in my personality over time. You won't believe this, Zia, but as a young person, I was the quietest person in the classroom.
Wow.
You know, and now look at me. I'm so like out there, talkative, bubbly, but that wasn't me when I was about 10, 11 years old. I was probably the quietest person, so timid, wouldn't really speak to anyone. Always, at the back of the class or not getting involved in anything. I just kind of take a back step. And then over a period of time, through dance, I kind of developed this inner confidence. It kind of sparked like a little fire inside of me to say, no, I need to be bold. I need to be out there. I need to express. And now there's a difference. When you express, it's about expressing your inner self, not really impressing anyone. So for me, dance is all about just bringing your inside out and just feeling free in dance. So over a period of time, my confidence has built as a result of just opening up and just enjoying yourself. And I feel that, like when I'm teaching dance, I feel like you need to have that space for people to explore themselves a lot more, what they're able to do. And I always say, it's okay to make mistakes. Make them in the classroom. That's what it's there for. So when we're in the dance studio, I tell everyone, do whatever boo-boos you want to do now. It's absolutely fine. Just don't do it on stage. So for me, I just feel it's just a beautiful way to express yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, it's all about fun. And I think that's what's kind of developed in me as well. Like for me, life is too short. We're here to have fun. Let's just make the most of it. Yeah. No matter what happens, just dance it off.
And express yourself through dance, right?
Simple as that.
I feel like dancing gives you the freedom to express yourself in a completely different way through your body and through your style.
Completely.
And maybe I'll be trolled for this, but I know that like in our religion, we're not allowed to do it.
Yes.
So I feel like growing up, like we never had the pleasure of being able to express ourselves that way.
So, having said that, it's a good point because when I'm talking to certain individuals that have their religion where they're not able to perform on stage, I completely respect that. For me, religion is very important.
Yeah.
And, for their parents, it's something that I utmostly respect.
Of course.
But when I see a student that has so much potential, I'll just tell them, do whatever you want to do in the classroom. Yeah. It's okay. If you don't want to perform, it's not a problem. Yeah. But at least feel free in what you can do. True. Because I just feel that if you bottle things inside, it's only just going to cause more kind of you know, like you're not being yourself, you're not being your authentic self. And like the other day when I saw a girl, she's, you know, doing cartwheels and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. But she goes, no, I can't dance. I'm like, no, don't be like that. Just do whatever you want to do here. It's absolutely fine. So for me, I like to create that space to say, be yourself.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that safe space.
Completely.
To come and express yourself in the form of dance, because I feel like dancing is something that helps you connect back to your body.
Completely.
Like we're so in our minds all the time that we get disconnected from our body. And with dance, like we get to connect to our body, move it in different ways that feels nice to us, but also helps us connect to our feminine side.
Completely.
Like because we can be sensual while dancing, you know, and it helps us connect to that feminine power within us. And I just feel like we were discouraged from even experimenting with that.
Yeah.
So now that I've discovered that, even dancing in the room by yourself, you know, or like in front of the mirror.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. In the shower.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. It brings so much joy and so much connection to myself for me, that I feel like anyone that I talk to and I tell them like, okay, when we're talking about being able to release our emotions and release our trauma, I'm like, just dance.
Yes.
Move your body.
Yeah.
It will help you release your emotions.
Yes.
And I know that as women, we store most of our emotions and trauma in our hips.
Yeah.
So just move your hips, you know, like, and you don't have to do it in front of people or do it on stage, like you said, but it's just as a form of therapy for yourself. It's a game changer.
Completely. And it's like, you know, I know a lot of people do yoga.
Yeah.
But this is the next best thing, because it just allows you, like, our body is meant to move. Yeah. We're designed to move. We're not designed to sit still in one place.
Yeah.
So I even feel for those who are working in offices, you know, you just got to get up every few minutes and just dance it off, or just walk.
Just shake it off.
Shake it off completely. Doesn't matter whether you're in the kitchen. I always say that even if you're cooking, dance, keep some music on, just keep moving your hips.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it's so important, because over time, our bodies change. And there's so much stiffness, especially around our legs from standing for too much, or, you know, just doing our normal duties as a mother.
True.
You know, we get stiff shoulders. There's so much stress in the shoulders. And I spot all of this. I realize this when I'm teaching dance. I can tell as soon as someone walks in that they've got a problem. You know, and you can feel like they've been overwhelmed, they've had a bad day. I know from my students straight away. I'll be like, yeah, let's shake it off. Let's have a warm up. So, I mean, I generally, whenever anyone comes into my class, I normally start with some meditation, some breathing exercises, some yoga, and then we do the stretches, and then we just get straight into a warm up. Just get them, you know, sort of nice and flexible and a little bit more, you know, agile. And then once we're warmed up, then we go straight into choreography and have lots of fun. Yeah. You know, so...
and I'm sure at the end of it, they're like, woosad.
Yeah, completely. They feel like they've forgotten everything. You know, like I always say that when you're dancing, forget if you're a daughter, you're a mother, you're a, you know, daughter-in-law, you know, just leave all of that outside. Just come as you are and then just enjoy and explore.
Yeah.
You know,
embrace yourself.
Completely. Completely. And 9 out of 10, they feel fantastic afterwards, you know, because obviously the endorphins, you know, kind of kick in and you're just completely energized. You're ready to face the day.
And it's the best form of cardio as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You don't realize you're losing weight. You really don't realize it, you know, over a period of time when you're practicing, say if you want to perform for maybe your wedding day and you're doing your first dance, you and your partner, you're just boogieing, you're sweating, you don't realize it. And time goes and you're having fun and you're keeping fit at the same time.
I read that you also work with special needs kids, right?
Yes.
What's the transformation that you've seen through dance?
For me, every person is the same. Okay, whatever backgrounds they come from, whatever abilities they may have, I feel dance is for everyone, no matter what. And so when I see someone and I work with them and I realize that they're, you know, they have some maybe problems in maybe picking up or grasping certain concepts, then I work in different ways. I work through play. especially like for me, everyone is special. And when I'm dealing with a child that maybe academically, they're not so inclined that way, they are born for a purpose. They are born to do something great. And it's up to me to figure out where is it. So I play with them. I work with different systems. I use a ball. I say like, right, let's throw and catch. Let's get their coordination right. Let's work on their body coordination. We play games. And then through that, I figure out that, okay, I think I've got them. So I've realized that when they're in a normal classroom environment, they may not be so in tune with what the teacher is saying and whatnot. But the minute I put music on, oh my God, they completely wake up and they are doing the steps exactly the way I'm telling them to. So it really, I get impressed watching these kids suddenly just shine. So it gives me that extra encouragement to just keep going. And, my target is to help as many people as I can, no matter what abilities, whatever constraints they may have physically or mentally. There is a button I just need to push, and then I will get their pure potential out. So I have noticed that music and dance play an important part in sparking creativity in special needs as well as everyone else. And I think that, dance and music should be part of a school curriculum going forward. And even after you finish studying, it should be a part of your life. You should have music and dance in your life. You don't realize how much bliss, how much joy it gives you. Just putting music on and just dancing around the sitting room, dancing with your children, dancing with your grandparents, dancing with strangers, when you're at a party, just have fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, we have dance parties with the kids at the end of the day when they're they've had a difficult day or loads of tantrums.
Yes.
And before we go to bed, let's just have a dance party, release it all out.
Completely, yeah.
And then go to bed tired and sleep well.
And they will sleep well.
Yeah, they will. And for them, it's just jumping around, which is dancing, right?
Yes,
and that's just releases everything that has been stored inside.
Yes. But I also feel that, when you're dancing as a group, you create that extra bond that you wouldn't normally get. So if you're with your own children, that bond, when I was saying that I worked with mothers and children, especially single mothers,
yes.
There's a lot of baggage that the mother has from, their experiences being single, going through divorce, going through everything, that somehow it goes on to the child. The child feels it.
Course,
they feel that vibe. They feel that negativity. And when I see them, when I used to work with them, I could feel that tension. It's literally, you could cut the air with a knife. It was that strong. And so by playing music and getting them to just hold hands, you suddenly feel that connection. They suddenly feel that, no, I do love you. Doesn't matter about anything else. Whatever's happened in our life, it's all about the love between you and your child. And we work on that through music, choosing the right songs, choosing the right mood. Suddenly I've uplifted all these, mother and child, and the place becomes a lot more peaceful and happy and calmer. And by the end that they've left, they feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more relieved of the tension that they're carrying. So I also feel it helps with relationship issues. Another example I can give you is I used to have a couple that would come. They'd been married for 20 years. The kids have all grown up. And the husband would work and he would sometimes be away. Wife would be home. And they would literally use my class as a way to bond. So they would come in and they would literally say, right, what song are we doing? I said, okay, we're going to do a jive, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do, some English songs. And they said, yeah, just hit me, whatever. And they would use that space, that time to just connect, because they'd missed each other for so long. Coming together and using my class as a way to just sort of have fun. I thought that was really, really nice to watch. I've also worked with bride and grooms, which is the cutest thing because you see, the start of their relationship and the little mini, bickers and cute sort of, behaviors between them. Like, oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, did I slip on your foot? And just watching them at the start of their relationship, it's just so nice to watch. So I think dance helps in any situation, any scenario, no matter how old you are. There is no age barrier at all. Dance is for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. It just like lifts your mood, doesn't matter what age you're at.
Doesn't matter.
Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I always say age is not a number in dance. For me, it's like, what is your ability? True. They'll say, oh, I'm not so good. I've got 2 left feet. Everyone says that to me when they start with. And I'm like, just spend an hour and then see how it goes, Yeah. I even say that with children. Parents who come to me and they say, oh, I really want my child to dance. I'm like, yeah, okay. But let's not force the child. It should come willingly. Yeah. So I always make sure that whenever anyone enters the classroom, that they are wholeheartedly wanting to come in. And then once they're warmed up to me, then it's no problem. Then they're fine.
Yeah. And I feel like it's not even about sometimes like knowing the steps.
Yes.
It's about enjoying
completely
the way you're moving.
I always say you don't have to be perfect. Just have fun. Just even if you do just 10% of the choreography, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not here to impress anyone. You're just here to just dance and do what you can. So I always say that I will go according to your pace. So if people think that, if I'm going too fast, then I would slow down. I'll be like, no, let's go according to what you're comfortable with. And then we'll build, True. But yeah, make as many mistakes as you want. No problem. It's all about having fun in class with me.
Yeah, that's great. So what made you move from a career in banking and finance to doing this as your career?
So I think when I was working as an accountant, I was stuck behind a desk and realizing that this is not my personality, this doesn't go with me. Yeah. I kind of had to look for an outlet. I was trying to look for classes. I joined everything. I joined boxing. I joined the gym. I'm not a gym person. Some people are, some people are. I just can't do the gym. I paid for subscriptions and it's gone down the drain, So
I think we've all.
So it's like, okay, I need to do something that I'm actually going to commit to. Yeah. So when I was like 21, 22, I joined, I was in London and I was joining this dance class called from the Shri Academy of Dance, and they were holding Bollywood classes. And I'm a proper Bollywood lover. I love it. So for me, I was just like, yeah, I think this works. I can finish my work, come home in the evening, do a class, have dinner, and we're back to normal again the next day. So I thought, let me just try it out. So I tried it out and I absolutely loved it. It was a great way of making friends. It was a great way of bonding with other people, similar age, or maybe not so, because I was, 22, and I had a class full of teenagers that were like 14, 15, and then I had like the odd 34-year-old, and it didn't matter. We got on with everyone. It didn't matter. So, and because I had that background of Bharatanatyam, I kind of was able to pick up the dances a lot faster. Mm-hmm. So any choreography that was coming my way as a student, I was able to grasp. So it was so funny. One day, I think it was about a year into dancing at this academy, the teacher couldn't make it for one of the lessons. And the dance manager was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? And I just said, oh, are we going to do the dance that we did last week? Oh, I remember the steps. Let me just give it a go. She goes, oh, could you? And I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So I came in and I just said, hi, friends, let's just go over what we did last week. We're all friends. Let's just go through the steps. If she's running late, let's just carry on. So I then ran the class. I didn't realize that I could teach. Like it was my first time. I'm an accountant, not a teacher. I'm a student, not someone who can actually show people steps. So for me, it was like I kind of realized that what my potential was. So when I did that class, my manager was just like, Priya, you just ran the class and you saved me completely. Yeah. So I think from then, she just said, I think you can teach. Let's give you another class. I'm like, look, give me something that I can manage. Let me start with young children. Yeah. And that's how my teaching career started off. I literally started, I just literally fell into it, like by accident. And I'm so thankful for that, because it was as a result of that I was able to teach so many people, run classes for like so many years. We did shows, we did lots of things for TV. We did Trafalgar in the Square, Diwali on the Square. We had something like 50,000 people in the audience and we're able to perform. We've worked for, we've done something in film, and I'm just so grateful for this opportunity, and it kind of just gave me more confidence in myself as a result. And so I still carried on working, but I was teaching straight after work. So I literally like had my day job and I had my passion. And
But
I was
you didn't have kids then.
I didn't have kids then. I was lovely enjoying my single life until I turned 28, and then everything changed. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed teaching where I could, and doing lots of shows. I think for me, it was just when I'm seeing the kids perform on stage, the satisfaction as a teacher is just immeasurable. So I think for that just gave me the satisfaction back then.
Thanks for sharing that. It's so interesting. Like you just fell into it.
I literally fell into it,
Yeah, and you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you.
What has your personal wellness journey been?
So for myself, as you grow up, your personality changes. You experience a lot. You go through ups and downs. And as a child, your upbringing with your family, you've got that support network of encouragement. Yes, go ahead, do dancing. Yes, I will drop you. My mom would spend like 3 hours on a weekend dropping me on Saturdays and Sundays and making sure that I would go to the classes on time. So growing up, I had that support. And when you sort of grow into an adult and you become a lot more independent, the support is there, but it's not as when you were a child. So you have to become independent yourself. And you have to realize what you want to do and what's good for you. So I felt for the time when there was a period of time when all I did was work. I just thought, right, I finished university. I need to earn money. I need to work. And at that time, I felt something was missing. I really felt like, yes, I thought, yes, I've done my dancing and now I'm grown up. Now I'm an adult. Now I need to do grown-up things. And I thought, I'm missing something. I'm missing the fun part. And I realized when I started joining these dance classes by myself, I kind of researched and looked around. And over a period of time, when I started developing friendships with other dancers, that I realized that it was the dance element that was missing in my life. And then going into the teaching, falling into it, and carrying on this whole teaching line, that was like a different life to me. I thought that I was really myself when I was teaching dance, whereas when I was working as an accountant, I felt, yes, I'm doing my professional career. Yes, I'm earning the money, but the satisfaction wasn't there. I really felt like I was a lot more whole when I was in my creative element. Mm-hmm. And so when my journey shifted from putting my accounting career aside and moving country, I moved to Mombasa. I really wanted to work on my creative side. And I felt like, I don't think I was, at that time, I didn't feel like accounting was for me. It wasn't good for my body. It was just creating so much tension because, deadlines and submissions and all of that, it was too stressful. Yeah. And I found that when I'm dancing, there is no stress. There's no room for stress. It just melts away. And your creative talent just comes out. Yeah. Like, your brain just wires differently. Your memory power increases as a result. You remember more. My glasses went. I literally took off my glasses one day because I was getting migraines as a result of working and looking in front of the computer screen. And one day I just said, you know what, I'm going to take them off. And I've not looked back.
What?
I can see.
That's so
because
cool.
I am not looking at Excel spreadsheets. I'm not doing, the normal typical things that people at, professional field do, where they're constantly staring at a screen. And I honestly felt it was that, because now I'm looking at more nature, greenery. That's made such a difference to my life. Exercising much more. I'm now spending a lot more on myself over the years. Now, moving from, coming into Kenya and becoming a mom and having 2 kids, I realized that my body was not what it was 10 years ago. And I realized that I needed to focus on myself. And so that's why I kind of incorporated dance, exercise together to improve myself. And I felt that as a mother, if you can improve yourself, you will give so much more to your children and to your family.
Definitely.
So for me, dance, wellness has definitely gone hand in hand. And I think it's up to us as an individual that if you don't take action on your health and fitness, no one else is going to tell you, even if your partner will say so much, but it really is up to you to focus on yourself a lot more. And I think I've had to do that, over time through experiences, good and bad, that I've realized this, how is it like when you're pregnant, right? Your body completely changes. Same thing for me. I ballooned when I had my first child, and I looked in the mirror and I would get so depressed. And then it was the dance element that would help me. Like, I actually danced all the way up to my 8th month, because for me, like even my GP would say, pregnancy is not a problem. It's your body just developing. Okay. So for me, it was like, you just need to embrace your pregnancy and just dance and just be stress-free.
Thanks. I need to get into it. Yeah, I'm calling you tomorrow.
Yes, come to me.
Pregnancy dancing.
Yes.
How have you incorporated that into your kids' lives?
Okay, so when I'm dancing, they watch me. They see my videos. In fact, they give me feedback. They tell me, oh, this is good, this doesn't look good. So for me, it kind of inspires them to dance as well. So as a result, they've got involved in like school activities, school projects, school performances, and I've encouraged that. I even come to help and support them to say, oh, why don't you wear this? Why don't you do this? Even our own cultural shows that we do for our community, it's really helped getting them to work with other people that they would not have worked with. So when we go to like community functions, there's so many people that you do know, but you don't know. And through dance, where they have to do something for maybe Diwali or for all of our like cultural festivals, I kind of step in and I kind of encourage the kids, not just my kids, but all the kids in the community to come together and create a dance. And it creates so much joy and happiness, not just for the kids, but for the parents to watch, to say, I never thought my kids could dance like this. And I'd be like, yeah, they just needed that little guidance of fun, because a lot of kids, they think dance, nah, it's not for me. It's not for me, especially boys.
Yeah.
I do find that. I know that I don't do dance. Dance is for everyone. And I honestly feel that once you choose the right song, the right style of dance, maybe they may not be ballerinas, but they'll definitely be salsa, or they'll definitely do Bollywood, or they'll do Hollywood. But there is dance for every single type of person and characteristic. So for me, I felt that my kids have improved through dance by just watching me, through observation, basically. Now that my daughter, she's like a teenager now, she'll kind of be like, no, it's not for me now. I'd be like, okay. But when she's there with her friends, she's dancing, she's doing everything,
Yeah.
So even though they may come across as a bit offish, but actually when they're with their friends and in their surroundings, I do feel that dance has actually brushed on in a good way for them. It's given them a positive impact. It gives them that confidence when they're going out.
Yeah.
They know what steps to do. They've seen me do it. They say, look, Mom, if you could do it, I could do it.
Yeah. And when they participate in these cultural activities, they build friendships, and it's much easier to do it through dance, right?
Completely. I feel that dance is like a universal language. I feel that it doesn't matter what language you speak. It's all about moving together. So I found there's one episode when I was 16, I had an exchange student program where I had a whole group of Japanese children come to our school to stay for 2 weeks. So we had to house one girl. And the way the teachers paired us up was through our hobbies. So I realized that I had put dance as a hobby, and the girl that I had to house with me was also a dancer. And she spoke Japanese, I spoke English.
Yeah.
We were just like, how are we going to talk to each other? You know, we'd both have our dictionaries and talking to each other. Back then, there was no internet. Yeah. And Google Translate. So what we would do is we would have fun by dancing. So she would get her whole kimono and her whole like Japanese outfit. She actually would bring it, put it on me and get the fan out. And we would literally be doing Japanese dancing. And I just thought that was amazing. And then I would also teach her that, and we would have so much fun, like me teaching her Bollywood and her learning Japanese. I mean, her teaching me Japanese. Yeah. So, and I've realized that even through like friendships or when you go to a party and the other person may not understand a word of what you're saying, but you put your hands together and like, okay, come on, let's salsa. You know, it really doesn't matter. You have the best fun ever. And even in our communities where we've had people who have been shy to talk, you know, especially youngsters who are like 10, 12 years old, boys especially, once they dance together and they kind of put into that space together, they've become the bestest of friends, you know, especially with my son. And I've just felt such an improvement as a result that now whenever we meet up, it's like, hey, how's it going? You know, they've got that commonality. They've got that bond and friendship that they've created through dance. Definitely. So for me, with the kids, I think it's absolutely important that they carry on doing that throughout their lives, even as they grow up. I think dance should be part of their lives every day.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so powerful. It needs to be like integrated into their daily routines.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really great. So what would you advise our audience that is watching this but is really hesitant to start dancing?
I think, first of all, just look at yourself in the mirror and just wear your favorite clothes, first of all. Just feel good about yourself. Just, first of all, be proud of the skin that you're in. You know, you have been given this gift of life, and I want you to embrace that completely, wholeheartedly. You may find flaws, but that's comparisons. Don't compare. You're unique. You are beautiful just the way you are. You don't need to change one bit. Yep. And just slightly start moving your hips. Put some good music on. Just start swaying. You'll realize that you've got so much fluidity in your body. And just naturally smile. You know, think of like your favorite person next to you. Or, you know, just, I don't know, if you're a child, just take your teddy bear and just start dancing. You know, it doesn't matter. You are unique. You are special. And you are a dancer. I mean, there is no ideal characteristic of what a dancer should look like. Anyone can dance. So for me, it's like for those who are discouraged or unsure, just try it out and just see the benefits. It doesn't matter how you move, just move. Just move your hands, move your hips, just sway along to the music. Feel like a tree with branches. You're just swaying, you know. Sometimes it helps if you have a drink. Lets loose of any emotions and everything. Just gets you a bit more in a happy state. Lemonade, that is. And you will feel the difference. You will really, really feel the difference. And join a dance class. Any dance class. Doesn't matter what. Just try it out. You know, just take that first step in walking into that class and having no expectations. And it's completely okay to be vulnerable. It's completely okay to not know anything. Just go in completely like relaxed and blank and just absorb what the teacher's going to tell you. And just know that whatever is going to happen is for the benefit of your body and for your heart, your soul, your mind. And you will feel like after you've done just an hour of a class, just understand or notice the changes in your body and in your mind and in your well-being. You will notice that you feel more relaxed. You feel more at ease. You feel that the problem that you had an hour ago is actually not a problem at all. You know, sometimes a lot of the issues are all in the mind, and a lot of the answers are actually within you. You really sometimes are making a mountain out of a molehill. And a lot of the problems literally can just melt away just by diverting your mind, doing something that you love, enjoy, and feeling at peace at. And you will see the difference. You will feel the benefits immediately.
Yeah, I love that. And it brings up this aspect of self-love and self-acceptance.
Yes.
Because when you're starting out, you're so conscious of your body.
Yes.
Even when you look in the mirror, you're like, this is wrong with me. This is wrong with me. But it's about seeing you for who you are and accepting yourself in its full form.
Yes.
And then allowing yourself to move. I feel like that aspect of our well-being is so important to integrate. And dance helps us integrate that. Because I feel like when you're dancing, you get into that groove where you are absorbed into yourself and you are into your body. And it's just like, I feel like it just brings out that love for yourself. I don't know. I can't explain, or like there's not like a word that we can term that feeling with, but it just connects you back to your body and to your sensuality. Especially when you're dancing alone in front of the mirror, it just brings, it's just like, it's that feeling of showering yourself with that love. Right?
You're completely cleansing your body.
Yeah.
And as you're moving, you're feeling so good about yourself.
Yeah.
And I also feel that when you do dance, that confidence level literally just raises, and it helps you in your professional life.
Definitely.
So for example, when you are used to performing on stage, and then your professional life where you have to be a speaker, or you have to teach, or you have to guide someone, or you have to organize a seminar, whatever it could be, your interpersonal skills improve as a result. You're able to connect with the audience. So I feel that dance has other benefits that just happen naturally as a result of just doing dance, because you are not thinking about, you're not being so self-conscious anymore. You're more about giving what you have inside of you to others. You're about sharing knowledge and sharing experiences. And I feel that as for children especially, if they have not been enrolled in dance classes, I think it's something that if they are able to do a class, as a parent, you will notice a change in them. They're able to present themselves a lot more clearly. They're able to stand properly. Their posture suddenly improves, and they're able to bring out their inner potential. They're able to really find their true self. And I think if you're a parent watching, then I think it's important to have some kind of creative talent instilled in your children. And dance is something that not everyone is born with. It's a skill that will develop over time. So just give it that time, give it that patience, and you will see your child flourish.
Yeah, it's so great. So I feel like my takeaways from this conversation have been that dance actually helps you in your journey to self-love and self-expression. But as a result of that, it helps you build confidence that flows into other areas of your life.
Yes.
And that's a crucial part of our well-being.
Yes. I think confidence, and also the fact that you are stimulating your body, you're energizing your body, you're dynamic. I always say there's an acronym for dance. There's dynamic, there's active, there's nurturing, there is creative, and there's energizing. So for me, it incorporates everything that one person needs in their life. So for me, it's important that we all dance every single day.
Get dancing, guys. Thank you for sharing. It was really great. And I hope people can get dancing now. Stand in front of the mirror and do it. But before we end, I always do like a little rapid fire for the audience to get to know you a little better and get some quick tips. So I'll just run through a few questions.
Sure.
I know my son has already asked you one of the questions. I heard that. But I'll do it again. Bollywood or Hollywood?
I would have said Bollywood. I actually said both first, but I'm more inclined for Bollywood.
Okay. What's your go-to dance outfit?
Wow.
The Indian chanya choli are doing
No, I mean, if I'm at home, it's normally joggers and a t-shirt. I just like to just be completely at ease and comfortable. I don't like to feel the clothes on me, so I just like to feel free.
Yeah.
So yeah, generally,
that one.
yeah.
Which Bollywood star would you like to have a dance off with?
Madhuri Dixit.
Oh, wow.
Straight away. I would love to. It's like a dream to dance with her. She's like my idol. I absolutely adore her personality, her style of dancing, her facial expressions. I mean, she's just like beaming with like beautiful energy. So yeah, she's definitely the one.
Amazing. If you could eat only one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pani puri.
That was quick. Yeah, I love pani puri too.
You could have it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. No problem.
I really miss the Elko Pani Puri in Mumbai. Like, I can't
so
wait to
good.
go there again. What advice would you give someone hesitant to try dance and fitness?
So
I think you already said a little bit.
So actually, for those who are listening and watching, I would say start by joining my online Zoom workout. I teach once a week, and it's a cardio BollyFit exercise. So you're exercising to Bollywood music, and it's so fun and it's free. So we started this whole exercise regime. It's called Barfi Boot Camp. And we started it from COVID back in 23rd of March 2020. And it just started off with like 5 people getting together on Zoom, just working out because they couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. And now we have like over 1,000 followers.
Wow.
Yeah. And we basically log on every single day. We're about 8-9 coaches. And we dedicate an hour of our time for free to give to our viewers on Zoom. And we basically make them exercise. So my day is generally like a Tuesday or a Thursday. And you can log on. It's normally at 6:30 in the morning UK time, 8:30 in the morning Kenya time. And we have like a WhatsApp group, and we have our Instagram and Facebook page called Barfi Boot Camp. So just try that out. There's nothing to lose. It's free.
Yeah.
And it's free exercise. We're giving a HIIT workout, cardio workout, BollyFit workout, yoga. We do strength training with weights, and we do BollyFit. So you've got to try those out. That's the first thing you can do.
It's a great mix.
Complete.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing that. What's the most important lesson you've learned on your journey so far?
Listen to yourself. I think for me, we have so much self-doubt. Sometimes we think that, no, we can't do this. But it's our little gremlins in our head. I think the key is, and even my children say this to me as well, believe in yourself. Absolutely, that's it. That's the statement. Just believe in yourself. You can do it.
It's really nice. What message would you like to share with someone who is looking to make a positive change in their lives?
Try and listen to yourself. Try and focus on what you really, really enjoy doing. And do more of it. You know, like I said before, don't have any self-doubt. Literally, that's just your emotions playing with your mind. Just try and find a quiet corner, write down things that are bothering you, and write down things that you're good at, and focus on the good and leave the rest.
Amazing. What's your daily non-negotiable habit for your wellness?
It's logging on Barfi Boot Camp and doing the exercise. Even if I'm not teaching, I go in as a student. So if another coach is doing the class, I will log on and I will do it. I need to exercise. If I don't sweat for 30 to 45 minutes a day, I feel like I've just not done anything in the day. I feel so sluggish. I feel so, like there's no energy in me. So for me, it's energizing in the morning.
That's great. My next question was going to be your go-to stress relief activity, but I think I already have the answer to that.
Dance it off. Just dance it off. Play music, even wherever you are, in the car, if you're driving, cooking, cleaning, whatever. Just put some music on and just boogie.
Sunrise or sunset?
I think sunrise.
Chai or coffee?
Chai. 100%.
Zumba or yoga?
Oh, I would say both. But Zumba, because we kind of boogie as well.
Night in or night out?
Night out. I love a good party. But then I do like staying in on, sort of nice nights with the husband. But I think night out.
Nice. Anything else you'd like to tell our audience?
I just want to say that it's been an honor being here to share my knowledge and experiences. And I feel very grateful for that. So thank you, Zia.
It's a pleasure.
And for all of you who are new to dance, I think it's something that you should start. Give it a go. It'll give you a smile on your face, that's for sure. And it doesn't matter if you make mistakes, just do them. It's okay. Just enjoy yourself. The whole thing is all about having fun. And that's it.
That's great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we have a little present for you as a token of appreciation for being here.
Thank you
and
so
contributing
much.
to our podcast.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much. And it's been a wonderful journey today. And look forward to seeing you soon.
Same.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching another episode of Wellness Deconstructed. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe because your support means everything to us. Thank you to our gift sponsors for this season, Green Thing Kenya, Oyana, and Jars of Goodness. We are really grateful for your contribution and faith in our vision. Until next time, keep prioritizing your well-being.